But if you don't, it looks like Frank Miller's coming back on the noon train.
Gary Cooper is going to have a showdown at high noon. What creates suspense? What creates tension? Well, one of the things is a time element. You feel the tension build as it must be building inside him.
Cool. Strong jaw, lean, quiet, dependent. Wasn't infallible, but he never failed.
I'll come out. Let her go. As soon as you walk through that door. Come on, I'll hold my fire.
There will be no escapes from this camp. Colonel von Luger, it is the sworn duty of all officers to try to escape.
The Great Escape. Great film. I love to escape.
You go.
You have all those macho guys teaming together. And then they made it. Then they all go to their direction, so you hope they're gonna make it.
Hey! Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
There's an inherent suspensefulness in Steve McQueen's nature, perhaps, certainly his screen persona, that works very well in this movie. There's something slightly sullen and withdrawn about him, and you always wonder where that sullenness is going to take him. He can't get out. You know, he's one blind alley after another.
Right there, my father established that Jimmy Stewart is petrified of heights.
Give me your hand.
After Jimmy Stewart has been thrown off the force, he is called by an old friend of his who wants him to follow his wife.
The tower of where we lose our balance altogether, and Bernard Herrmann does his wonderful, almost nauseating swirl to the music. Whips you around and around till finally you do lose your inner ear balance. You experience vertigo.
Coming up, the movie scene that Steven Spielberg says can't be beat for suspense.
This is you, and you're comparing a 2001 wide-track Pontiac Grand Prix with the Nissan Maxima GXE. The Grand Prix with Smart Package comes with all this cool stuff. How does the Maxima measure up? The same stuff on the Maxima GXE would cost you over $3,300 more. Wider is better. Now, the 2001 Pontiac Grand Prix is an even better value with available cash back. Grand Prix. There's only one place you can get it. Well, there you go.
The ride, don't need a reason why. Everything's alright.
Easy, boy.
There have been a lot of headaches in this house, but only one headache medicine, Tylenol, the #1 choice of doctors for headaches, because sometimes the difference between noise and music is all in your head.
OnStar.
This is Batman. I need my door unlocked.
I'll do it right away.
If you get locked out, an OnStar advisor can unlock your doors by remote. Even the most self-sufficient driver needs a little help now and then.
OnStar, this is Jeff Hilden. How can I help you, Batman?
I'm low on jet fuel.
The nearest station is 2 miles ahead on your left.
Thanks.
They hate us, you know. The humans. They made us too smart, too quick, and too many.
Remember, we are only demolishing artificiality.
We are suffering for the mistakes they made because when the end comes, all that will be left is us.
This film is not yet rated. Starts June 29th at a theater near you.
Tonight, the biggest grills.
Are you excited?
Yeah. The greatest chills. And most heart-pounding moments are on Dave.
Get ready, set, dial.
It's the payphone trifecta.
Congratulations, you're the big winner today.
What'd I win? Plus, Rocky Horror's Luke Perry tonight.
They will take on any risk, assume any identity, and eliminate any enemy. This fall, go behind the locked doors of the CIA. We could tell you more, but then we'd have to kill you. The Agency, CBS, Thursday this fall.
Allow me to introduce our American visitors. I must ask you to forgive their somewhat lackadaisical manners, but I have conditioned them, or brainwashed them, which I understand is the new American word.
There is no doubt about the fact that a lot of brainwashing happened in Korea and in Manchuria, and there was real fear, and I tried to get that into the movie.
Shoot Bobby Raymond. Through the forehead.
Yes, ma'am.
Stepping on some very sensitive toes. And you're taking a lot of institutions and just crushing them.
I give you the next President of the United States, Benjamin K.
The movie disturbs a lot of people. They are deeply jolted by it.
That which I was not standing in myself, my life before myself.
It's all about the water, both literally and metaphorically. And that's what Robert Towne, the screenwriter, started with, was this fascinating true story about bringing the water to Los Angeles and the corruption that bred.
Hello, Quad. Where'd you get the midget?
You're a very nosy fellow, kitty cat, huh? You know what happens to nosy fellows? Huh? No? Wanna guess? Huh? No? Okay. They lose their noses.
Chinatown. I think it's really in the style of my father's movies.
Either you bring the water to L.A., or you bring L.A. to the water.
How are you going to do that?
By incorporating the valley into the city. Simple as that.
My father's character was the evil and tormenting, but also tormented Noel Cross.
See, Mr. Gitz, most people never have to face the fact that at the right time and the right place, they're capable of anything.
Ronnie Cox in Deliverance. When he played the music with that boy. You're outdoors, you're going down the river, and everyone's having a good time.
Keep her headed right.
It's almost like a travelogue, and you wish you were there. And wouldn't that be fun?
Go! Go, go, go! 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 Go!
You just didn't want anything bad to happen to those people.
Boy, you are lost, ain't you?
Well, hell, I guess this river comes out somewhere, don't it? That's where we're going. Somewhere. Look, we don't want any trouble here.
The tension built, and you don't know what is going to happen.
Now let's you just drop them pants.
Drop?
Just take them right off.
And those men were just so strange. You really forgot they were actors.
He got a little pretty mouth, ain't he?
That's the truth.
You're going to do some praying for me, boy. And you better pray good. Just hold that on.
Oh! Rear window. Most normal people were voyeuristic. So that movie was a voyeur's paradise. This guy who had a broken leg, Jimmy Stewart, you know, is stuck in a room, and he gets himself in a lot of trouble by snooping out of sheer boredom. That maybe is one of Hitchcock's most suspenseful pictures of all the work he ever did. One of the most suspenseful sequences is when Grace Kelly decides to go over there and investigate on her own, while Mr. Thornton has gone out for a few minutes. You got Thelma Ritter, and you've got Jimmy Stewart not being able to cry out.
Lisa. Please.
Because he's coming home, and she's stuck in his apartment. I mean, nothing beats that for suspense. You have her being caught.
Look, the wedding ring.
And now it's just a matter of time before he comes over there.
Good afternoon. This is the Barrow Gang. Now, if everybody will just take it easy, nobody will get hurt.
I love the movie Bonnie and Clyde. They were so screwed up, and how could two people so beautiful be so screwed up and have such strange morals?
Is that your money or the bank's?
Mine.
All right. You keep it then. Next time I'll aim a little lower.
I think there are very few people who watch that film that wouldn't want to be a member of the Clyde Barrow gang at one time or another, because they have so much fun doing awful things.
King Kong, I've probably seen 400 times. If there was one movie that inspired me to do and be what I am today, it's King Kong.
was one of the first films that brought that kind of emotion towards animals.
It has one of the earliest thriller scores and one of the best ones, really, done by Max Steiner.
What are you gonna do? Nice college boy, huh? They want to get mixed up in the family business? Huh? Now you want to gun down a police captain, why, because he slapped you in the face a little bit? Huh? What do you think, this is the army where you shoot him a mile away? You gotta get him close like this, and bada bing, you blow their brains all over your nice Ivy League suit.
There's a lot of great stuff in The Godfather. The thing that really, really is, to me, still amazing to this day is the character of Michael.
I have to go to the bathroom. Is that all right?
You gotta go, you gotta go.
Your morality, quote unquote, alters when you live that way.
I frisked him. He's clean.
Don't take it too long.
It's not good and bad, you see. The shades of gray constantly.
Everything is in his eyes. It's one of the most subtle performances ever given in cinema history. You know, it's all control.
Steve Saria. Si deve finire.
AFI's Top 10, the most thrilling movies of all time. Next. AFI's 100 Years, 100 Thrills, brought to you by Budweiser, with the crisp, clean, refreshing taste you'll find in no other beer.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
I know what I'm doing. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Watch my import. I'm going in. Go get a wildcat.
What are you doing?
This Friday, by land, by sea, by air, the biggest adventure of the summer begins. Tomb Raider, rated PG-13. This Friday in theaters everywhere.
This Father's Day, really surprise him with Mach 3 from Gillette. The world's best dad deserves the world's best shave. Mach 3 from Gillette, the best a man can get.
Speed, reliability, performance. The qualities that won Lance Armstrong the Tour de France. Now, they're available in international delivery. Introducing Global Express Guaranteed from the U.S. Postal Service and DHL. Delivery to over 200 countries in as little as 2 days guaranteed. Now, you'll know which team to ride with.
Fly like an eagle.
Did you take the plastic wrapper off the cheese?
They were wrapped?
Had a long summer day. Make up for it with a Blockbuster night. Enjoy your summer nights with a Blockbuster Entertainment Pass. It's an entire month of entertainment. Get 30 DVD, VHS, and game rentals, even the hottest new releases, for only $30. Blockbuster, bringing entertainment home all summer long.
Since people spend so much time in their SUVs, engineer Steve Karpowicz filled the all-new GMC Envoy with all the comforts of home, like climate control with 25 degrees of separation, digital Bose audio, and available hands-free calling from OnStar. So whether you're enjoying a drive or just enjoying your driveway, Steve says there's no place like Envoy. Introducing the all-new GMC Envoy.
AFI's 100 Years, 100 Thrills will continue here on CBS.
Imagine you and someone close to you go on a 35,000-mile race around the globe, competing with other teams, facing every challenge, and surviving each other. Imagine the adventure. Imagine the pressure. Imagine the excitement. Now, stop imagining and get ready for the rush of a lifetime. The Amazing Race, coming Wednesdays this fall to CBS.
Welcome to Golf Tile.
For sophistication, tradition, warmth, and charm, ceramic, porcelain, designer tile, or glass block, quality, service, selection, color, style, and design. 7 easy locations. The choice is Golf Tile. All we do is tile.
Someday I'd like my own house and...
The fishing boat, so that I can...
Go back to school to study zoology.
And decorate it the way I want.
Save the panthers.
Maybe a pool.
Retire and go fishing.
And more time.
To enjoy what's
important.
To me.
To me.
To me.
Not everyone has the same needs. At Republic Bank, we work hard to find the solution that's right for you. Come see the difference this extra effort can make in your life. Republic Bank, a difference you can bank on.
Justin, Joey, Lance, JC, Chris.
You're ready.
Are you ready to win a trip to see NSYNC in D.C. performing hits from their new album, Celebrity? Just sign up for Verizon Long Distance, and every long distance call is a chance to win 4 tickets to see NSYNC and lots more. So call 1-888-998-0999 to sign up for a Verizon plan that fits your needs. But do it now.
No, Dad.
What?
Verizon.
Dare to compare. It just keeps getting better when you compare Mercury Grand Marquis to the competition. The 2001 Grand Marquis GS is over $2,000 less than the 2001 Buick LeSabre Custom SE, with the most trunk space in its class, the only rear-wheel drive and V8 in its class. And in Florida, it's the best-selling car in its class. Now get $2,000 cash back on Grand Marquis. Current owners receive an additional $500. Inch for inch, pound for pound, dollar for dollar, the Mercury Grand Marquis is the best value in its class.
The son of a murdered officer takes on Bernice Bowen, only on 10 News.
Simon Baker is The Guardian. CBS Tuesday this fall.
And then there were 10. These are the movies that grabbed the world's imagination and haven't let go. Stories of ordinary people in extraordinary circumstances. In a world that isn't right, they're on a mission to make it so. And I know what I'm talking about.
Raiders of the Lost Ark, for me, was like recreating a Saturday matinee. It was a cliffhanger. The most memorable thing about Raiders was just the making of Raiders. I had a great time working with Harrison Ford for the first time, Karen Allen.
Wait. I'll tell you everything.
Yes. I know you will.
Let her go. Raiders of the Lost Ark was a wonderful opportunity for action music and music with a sort of rhythmic drive and the hero's tune, dum-ba-da-bum, bum-ba-dum, this kind of swagger as he runs and jumps on his horse and does all of his athletic tricks.
When I made Raiders of the Lost Ark, I storyboarded every single sequence. So the entire truck chase was just basically following the storyboards. Every single shot in that movie was done with me and a sketch artist sitting together and just doodling and trying to form a sequence that would be exciting and make sense. The suspense scenes, it's all much more paint by the numbers. It's much more intellectual. The passion comes when you start to cut it together, it starts to work as well as you thought it would. But it's a lot of science. So we say that our industry is about art and science. Well, Thrills and Chills is more science than art, I promise you.
You'd better have your legs tied down in case of convulsions. Yes, I suppose so.
There's that woefully overused expression, pushing the envelope. But believe me, Rosemary's Baby pushed that envelope, and pushed it far in the late 60s. Remember, the production code had just dissolved in the late 60s, and so filmmakers were really feeling their oats, trying new things in terms of violence, in terms of sexuality.
This is no dream. This is really happening.
Where the power of that film is that for the bulk of it, you really believe that Mia Farrow is, you know, really just having this paranoia.
One thing is for sure, they have a coven and they want my baby.
Certainly seems that way. Okay, she's safe. And then there's a couple of beats, and in comes the evil doctor.
We don't want to hurt you, Ro.
We're your friends, Rosemary.
There's nothing to be afraid of, Rosemary. Honest and truly, there isn't.
There's nothing but a mild sedative to calm you down.
You know I wouldn't let anyone...
Ro!
Help me!
Oh, Ro, baby.
Somebody help me!
All right, let's sing a little song. Jingle bell. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle all the way.
The French Connection. It wasn't the Wild Wild West. It's now the Wild Wild City. The heroes have a certain vigilante aspect to them that the audiences will accept.
Hold it! Freeze! Jimmy, watch it. He's got a knife. Cloudy, watch it. Hold him up.
It's two guys that respect each other, two guys that are totally dependent upon each other, two guys that cover each other's ass.
Now, I'm going to bust your ass for those 3 bags, and I'm going to nail you for picking your feet in Poughkeepsie.
The film is about the thin line between the policeman and the criminal. We had largely hyped the picture to 20th Century Fox and talked about an exciting chase.
Police emergency, I need your car.
But we didn't know what it was going to be. This can't be 2 cars chasing each other. You know, that was Bullet. What about an elevated train?
Don't stop. Stop, I kill you.
The chase is a metaphor for this cop, his obsession with the case. He would stop at nothing to break this case, even endanger innocent people, if that's what it took.
I had just moved to California, and I received a call saying that a producer wants to see you, is interested. I met with an agent named Herman Citron, and it was he who said, Alfred Hitchcock wants to sign you to a contract. So I signed the contract without even having met him. And he said, we want you to play Melanie Daniels in The Birds. I love the way Hitch could bring about suspense. And very often, the way he would do that was to let the audience in on more than the actors know. You know, the audience is saying, oh, God, get out of there, get out of there. You know, this is something really terrible is going to happen. And, of course, you know, this is one of the prime examples of building up suspense. After everything has quieted down and everybody in the living room has kind of fallen asleep, I hear a noise up in the upstairs bedroom. And I said to Hitch, come on now, I'm not necessarily a method actress, but knowing all of the things that have happened, why would she go upstairs all by herself? I need a motivation for this. And he said, because I tell you to.
Coming up, Linda Blair reenacts a favorite movie thrill.
Every time it rains, it rains, it rains. Pennies from heaven. Don't you know which cloud contains pennies from heaven?
A luxury car you can afford. That's our idea of heaven. Buick Century. It's all good.
I could dance all night back then.
So I was thrilled when my oldest grandson wanted to follow in my footsteps.
But before our first lesson, I had a heart attack. I needed to lower my cholesterol.
How will you take care of your high cholesterol and heart disease?
I tried diet and exercise, but it was still too high. So I asked my doctor about Zocor. He told me Zocor, along with diet, can really get your cholesterol down. And Zocor's proven to significantly reduce the risk of heart attack among people with high cholesterol and heart disease.
Now my cholesterol is right where it should be.
Zocor is a prescription medicine and is not for everyone, including women who are nursing, pregnant or may become pregnant, or people with liver problems. Your doctor may do blood tests to check for liver problems. Because serious side effects can result, tell your doctor about any muscle pain or weakness you experience and about any medicines you are taking. For more information about Zocor, talk to your doctor.
Be good to yourself. It's your future. Be there.
Somewhere in this house, a secret is buried. But some secrets are better left unknown.
I think she's starting to suspect something.
Who? Your wife. More shameless, more merciless. Scary movie, too.
Ray, what are you doing here?
It's the sequel.
Oh, yeah?
Duh. This film is not yet rated everywhere July 4th.
I'd love to get out of the house. That movie sounds great. What time does it start?
Showtimes are at 7:15 and 9:30.
How do you know that? How could you possibly know that? What is that? What does that mean? Stop it! My poor baby!
Moviefilm.com. Vote for your favorite thrills at moviefilm.com/100thrills. AOL keyword 100thrills.
This summer, dive into CBS.
I sweat myself abroad.
It's cool. It's wild.
Come for the hors d'oeuvres, stay for the interrogation.
It's all here.
This wasn't in the brochure.
CBS Summertime.
From Publix, here's the latest from 10 News.
My dad, Randy, James Crooks, I'll be alive.
Tonight in an interview you'll see only on 10 News, the son of a slain police officer speaks out about the woman he blames for his father's death, Bernice Bowen. Good evening, I'm Reginald Roundtree. Also tonight on 10 News, can nuns raise $110,000 in 1 week? And a fire threatens one of the Bay Area's top resorts. Join us for those stories and much more tonight on 10 News at 11.
The Kia Sportage in the Paris-Dakar Rally. The most grueling race in the world. 6,200 miles, 100-degree temperatures, 21 days, and no deodorant. The 2001 Kia Sportage, thoroughly tested and backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Right now, get up to $2,500 cash back or 1.9% financing through July 2nd.
Keeping you safe from the storm. 10 News Double Doppler.
Behind the locked doors of the CIA, The Agency, CBS Thursday this fall.
Alien, in effect, is a B movie, which, to be politically incorrect, 7 little Indians who all get, gradually meet their demise.
It's the levels of calm and terror that Ridley Scott takes us through in Alien that allows us to be terrified.
What's the matter? The
It ain't that bad, baby.
Suddenly, John has a little bit of a convulsion. It's
Oh, God!
And then off it went. I mean, that was the last thing that you expected to see.
I loved Sigourney Weaver's role in Alien because we never get to see a female character in that kind of a movie who's not a victim.
She was strong. She was angry. She was determined to win.
May I see your credentials?
Certainly. Silence of the Lambs is definitely a psychological thriller. It unravels your brain.
Closer, please. Closer.
This Hannibal Lecter character, he's very specific about what he eats and what he puts in his mouth.
The census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
When it's unpredictable is when it's interesting. And that's what's so wonderful about Hannibal Lecter's character. He's completely unpredictable.
Okay.
You know the atrocities that he's done. But he is extremely charming.
Mind the drawings, please. Thank you.
The concept of cannibalism is so foreign to most of us. The idea that this man could actually do that creates a tension right away, because what's he going to do? When's he going to do it? Is he going to make a move? Is he going to try to make a move?
Give me what he's got.
Do you know this man?
It's about an innocent man, played by Cary Grant, who is mistaken for a spy. And all the things that he does to try and correct this impression.
He went that way. I think he got off.
All aboard!
That's the fun of acting. I mean, I'm not a sexy spy lady, but it'd be fun to be one for a while, especially with Cary Grant.
Think how lucky I am to have been seated here.
Well, luck had nothing to do with it.
Fate?
I tipped the steward $5 to seat you here if you should come in.
Where is North by Northwest? Do you know where that is? Who cares? I don't know how many minutes that is without anything happening on screen. Hitch always said that it isn't when it happens that you're scared. It's that suspense. What is going to happen?
I think Hitchcock liked to torment Cary Grant. He was always putting him in situations where Cary Grant couldn't quite smooth his way out of things with his, patented charm. And Hitchcock was always pushing him into, slightly more desperate realms.
we come back, AFI's top 3 most heart-pounding movies of all time. AFI's 100 Years, 100 Thrills, brought to you by GMC. From professional-grade people come professional-grade trucks. By Colgate Total Plus Whitening, the same 12-hour protection as Colgate Total, only whiter. And by DVD, with over 9,000 titles to choose from, nothing is more convenient to own DVD.
Next, only on 10 News, you'll hear what the son of a slain detective thinks about the new trial for Bernice Bowen, and fire threatens a top Bay Area resort. Coming up next.
Any full-size SUV can tackle the wilderness. Coping with the urban jungle also matters to engineer Thad Stump. For the Yukon XL, his team completely re-engineered the suspension and tightened the turning radius to make the Yukon XL surprisingly agile. Thad knows that while SUVs have gotten bigger, parking spaces have not.
Colgate Total, the only toothpaste that gives you 12-hour protection, would like to announce another breakthrough. Whiter teeth. Introducing new Colgate Total Plus Whitening. Still fights plaque, tartar buildup, bad breath, even gingivitis. And whitens too. New Colgate Total Plus Whitening. The same 12-hour protection as Colgate Total, only whiter.
DVD. See it. Buy it. Own it. Watch it once. Watch it twice. Spend hours watching extras beyond the movie and enter the world of stars and directors and the magic they make. Build a collection for the family. With over 9,000 movies to own, it's the most convenient way to watch a movie. DVD.
渴望的传奇。他们开始寻觅甘露。
半营之路总比空无滴路好些。
Had a long summer day. Make up for it with a blockbuster night. Enjoy your summer nights with a Blockbuster Entertainment Pass. It's an entire month of entertainment. Get 30 DVD, VHS, and game rentals, even the hottest new releases, for only $30. Blockbuster, bringing entertainment home all summer long.
Blair sits down in my office, 12 years old, straight A student, and I said, do you know what this story is about, The Exorcist? She said, oh yeah, it's about a little girl who gets possessed by the devil, and she does a whole bunch of bad things.
Hey, where'd this come from? I found it. Where? Closet.
I believe the first time that the audience knows that something is a little out of the ordinary is when Reagan is playing with the Ouija board.
Wait a minute, you need to. No, you don't. I do it all the time. Oh, yeah? Well, let's both play. You really don't want me to play, huh? No, I do. Captain Howdy said no.
Captain Howdy is Reagan's friend, which her mother assumes because she's lonely that she has brought in, you know, an invisible friend. But, of course, to Reagan, Captain Howdy is something much more.
It's a familial element that you're invested in again. The heart of the picture is this family that's being torn apart.
It just so happens that somebody very close to me is probably possessed and needs an exorcist. Father Karras is my little girl.
It's that eye for what's real. How do you convince an audience these aren't actors, this is really happening? And then on top of that, what do? You bring the devil.
Life, it seems to me, is a constant battlefield of good and evil within each of us. And that's what The Exorcist is about.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, by this sign of the Holy Cross of our Lord Jesus Christ, who lives and reigns with the Father and the Holy Spirit. Damien!
Amen.
The motif of Jaws, it's something less than a melody, something less than a tune, an effect. The music is the shark at that point. And the effect probably in this case is going to be provided by basses and cello, something very low, and getting into the visceral aspect of what we hear and feel.
What is special about Jaws is it hits such a primal fear in everyone, and that's the unknown that's in water.
Slow ahead. I can go slow ahead. Come on down and chum some of this.
When I previewed the picture in Dallas, Texas, the big scream in Jaws was when the shark comes out behind him, the audience goes crazy, popcorn goes flying, Roy Scheider jumps back like a springboard, and that was the big shock of the movie.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
I got really greedy, and I thought, we need one more shock. Everybody said, what are you, nuts? We're going to release this picture soon. I said, no, I want one more shock. And so I designed this sequence where Rick goes underwater to investigate Ben Gardner's ravaged boat. Once the tooth came out, the audience thinks, wow, that's a pretty big tooth. The trick was to get the audience interested in something before something else happens. I previewed the picture again after I shot that scene. Later on, when the shark came out of the water behind Roy, who was chumming, the scream it used to get only got half the intensity of the scream because I had made the audience distrust the film. And that was a real lesson to me. You can't fool the audience 5 times during a film. You got one good shot at him, and after that, you know, just be happy that they like your story.
Hurry up, he's coming straight for us. Don't screw it up now. Don't wait for me. Come on, hurry up, hurry on. Kill it. Kill it. Now. Shoot.
The audience didn't know and didn't care about what it took to make Jaws. All they cared was it was working for them.
I can't hold it!
Mr. Hitchcock wanted the editing to give the feeling of like a serrated knife, you know, so that every time the knife went up and you saw a different angle of the body, you swore it went in. Anthony Perkins told me that our job is to create an image. If I created an image so powerful that the audiences won't let me get out of that image, then I did my job. And it makes me want to cry because he was so perfect.
I think I must have one of those faces you just can't help believing.
Is anyone at home?
No.
Oh, is somebody sitting up in the window?
No, there isn't.
Oh, sure, go ahead, take a look.
Oh, that must be my mother. She's an invalid. It's practically like living alone.
Oh, I see.
Martin Balsam goes up the stairs. We know what's going to happen, but we know that he doesn't know, so that's very suspenseful.
One of the most important things about that film, aside from Hitchcock's genius, was Bernard Herrmann's score. The low, ominous rumblings, almost melodic. Almost like, smelling the perfume on a corpse in a funeral parlor.
Alfred Hitchcock, you look at the turning of the knob. That is far more frightening these days than so much special effects.
Once you know that that killing mother is in the house, and anyone goes into that house, you're afraid for them.
My father's so damn special as a director because he made his movies for you. He didn't make them for the critics. He didn't make them for anybody else but you, the audience.
Mrs. Bates.
When the lights go up in the movie theater, we often return from a place in our childhood where emotions are unchecked, dreams are real, and our imaginations are allowed to envelop us. In this way, the movies invite us to embrace our common humanity, our heart pounds, and we're reminded that we are alive. And where we find this simple truth most often is at the movies. Good night.
They were just good friends until things got complicated.
Would telling you now that I'd like sex tonight be enough of a warning?
Barbara Streisand, Jeff Bridges, and Lauren Bacall in the romantic comedy The Mirror Has Two Faces, CBS Wednesday.
Tonight, the thrills are on an all-new Dave. Don't miss the Late Show payphone trifecta, Rocky Horror's Luke Perry, and the Saddam Hussein Top 10. Tonight, first your local news.
Up next, breaking news out of St. Petersburg, a SWAT call and a fire. And the son of a slain police officer speaks out about Bernice Bowen.
Also, they do a lot of good, but can nuns raise $100,000 in a week? Jeff Baradelli's forecast, plus 10 minutes of non-stop news. It all starts right now. Good evening, everyone. I'm Reginald Roundtree.
And I'm Sue Zelenko. Thanks for joining us.
We begin tonight with some breaking news.